What's up, motherfuckers? Let me pop out this chat. Where the fuck is everything? I got my deck being pressure washed right now, so you guys gotta let me know if you hear that, if it's too much or not. There it is. All right. Pop out the chat. Perfect. Pull you here. Actually, you know what I could do? I don't know why I don't do this. Put everything, split the screen up. That way I can see everything. What happened to my chat? What happened to the chat? Hold on. There it is. It's off Pluff. All right. I don't think it's over. I think we're about to get a big boom today. Today looks like a good day to do a boom boom. We'll draw all this back in. Don't worry about it. All right. Let's get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. This is still valid. Okay. So, I'm looking at Cardano, and there's something about it. It looks extra dumpy. Weekly red dot printed, money flows coming out. 5-day, 4-day, money flows in, but it looks like it wants to kind of potentially roll out. 3-day, everything looks like it's coming out. Could want to roll up. I'm not bullish. We're going down. We're going down, dude. And I show you, it'll happen. Daily, this can roll right over. It just looks like it wants to roll. So this weekly, red dot, money flow coming out. 12-hour, money flow coming out. We're rolling over, red dot being printed. Doesn't look the best, right? You drop down to the 4-hour. We got plenty of room today to dump. We are putting in bullish divergence. Money flow is coming up on the 4. Oops. But I don't know. Whether I think we're coming for 78 cents, if not way lower. It just doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. So we have, now I know this is all internal, but that's because we had that big ass pump a few weeks ago, months ago, whenever this was. When was this? In March. Right, so everything from the hourly up is internal right now. The 30-minute and down, maybe even the 45, is external. So I'm gonna zoom on the hourly, then I'll go right down to the 30. Right, short zone, boom, on the hourly, go down to 30-minute. Now I'm not saying we're not gonna come up, but I don't, even if we do something like this, I'm going to look for shorts here. We have supply, right? I'm going to get rid of this guy. Make this guy supply. I'm going to, this OBIM right here is a very special place for Brian right now. If we come up, I'm gonna be looking to short the shit out of this thing. Like, money flow is just coming out thick, guys. Like, this is just not great, right? We have numbers coming out at 10. The PMI is coming out at 10. So an hour and 15 minutes. We may have some bullshit till then, so just be aware of that. But 15-minute, I thought we were getting some bullish divergence, and we still may be, but like, this is just scary looking. 5-minute. What did we do? I mean, we still have this guy up here we haven't mitigated, right? We haven't mitigated this whole thing here. But we came up and we grabbed this. Boom. 2-minute flip. Retest. Retest. Here we come up. Go again. I don't know. It just doesn't necessarily look like the blood is about to stop. It doesn't look like it to me. Eight-hour red dot, 10-hour red dot, 12-hour red dot printing, 16-hour in the same boat as the 12. It's not printing yet, but like VWAP's coming out. Like, this looks like it wants to just. I want a piece of that pie, baby. And that's literally in a nutshell what I'm looking at. Like, let's hop over to ETH. ETH on the weekly. Still got the SFP, red dot printed. Get rid of you. 5-day. Coming out. 4-day. Money flow is thick, but it looks like it's ready to cool down a little bit. Momentum waves are on the way out. Bearish divergence. 3-day, same jazz. 2-day, same jazz divergence. Money flow is looking yummy, though. So there is hope there. Daily, trigger wave. This needs to pop. Right? This is hidden bullish divergence. This is a bounce location. It needs to pop. Because what it kind of looks like it wants to do is to continue. And if it does that, I'm looking for this low on ETH at 4,000. Potentially, somewhere in here. Right, this is all mitigated. 16-hour, looking like it could want to roll over. It's in a rollover zone. 12-hour, same jazz. 10-hour, same jazz, right? Even a little more prominent there. It's more obvious that it looks like it may want to be rolling over right now. Money flow's coming back out. VWAP's coming down. It would make sense. And it's holding the internal structure here on these higher time frames. Not saying it's going to go that low, but you guys get the picture. 6-hour, money flow's coming over, red dot printed. This looks like it could want to do a little red dot, green dot action. We do have bullish ditties. All right, we got the bullish divergence here. I've never looked at it. So I cannot say. I just look at candlesticks. I guess it looks like it wants to roll over, guys. I don't know. 30-minute red dot, money flow coming out. 24-minute red dot, money flows in the red. 15-minute bullish divergence, potentially getting ready to rip. But this money flow's got to commit, right? It looks like it's ready to roll back over down. And it tapped the golden pocket here, right? It tapped the golden pocket, right? So what I would do is I would take this and I would extend it to the golden pocket. We tapped it barely, but we did. Maybe that's the juice we needed. Maybe that's the rejection zone. You get down to the 12, down to the 5. Like you could see the blue money flow. You could see the potential divergence coming in, bullish divergence. We are in a bounce zone on ETH, on the 5, which makes sense, right? I would, like I said, I'd like to come up higher on a Cardano, right, into this zone particularly. It's like that. Let's go to the 15. Yes. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what these numbers bring. May have a little pump to dump action coming in. is looking kind of good. Mitigate that. Nah, I wouldn't call that a mitigation, really. So, I mean, that would line up with the golden pocket, all right, in the 2 minute. I mean, granted, it's 2 minute, but keep that in mind. Let's go to Bitcoin. VWAP's potentially starting to pull up here, which is a good sign in the weekly. 5 day, same. 4 day, same. Money flow's looking healthy, right, in these higher time frames. Big trigger wave on the 3 day. I was talking about this the other day in the call, not on YouTube, in my Discord call. 2 day, same shit. We have hope with that. But then you get to the daily, and it's like it's potentially in a rollover zone. The 16 looks like it wants to roll. The 12, red dot is actually printing now. Looked like it wanted to roll the other day. 10 hour, same shit. Now, I'm not saying we can't come down to then come up. I'm not saying we can't do that. But if we do that on Bitcoin, things are going to bleed. Things are going to bleed heavy. And then maybe pop. So, everything with a grain of salt. And this may not even happen. We may just bounce here. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. Okay. 4 hour bullish divergence. Get rid of you. This could be a bounce zone here. 3 hour, same shit, right? I mean, there's hope. There's hope. 2 hour green dot printing. 1 hour looking like it potentially wants to roll over. No, I wanted the 30 minute. 30 minute looking like it wants to roll over. 24 minute looking like it wants to roll over. 15 minute looking like it wants to roll over. Potentially putting bullish divergence in the meantime, but it looks like it wants to roll. 12 minute. Money flow's crossing over. Not the healthiest. Maybe coming back out. This can roll, right? This can do this. And we can bounce from here. But what I don't love is that even though we SFP'd this internal here, right? We SFP'd this guy. We didn't take this high. And then we SFP'd it again. So I don't... It's hard to say if it's showing strength or weakness here. Yeah, you drop down to the 10 and we broke. Retest SFP, maybe come back up for another drop down, but we're putting in bullish divergence pretty good here, right? Money flow's coming up. A lot of mixed signals. But it's hard to argue with these higher time frames, with these red dots and these rollover points. Overall consensus for me is saying it's potentially not done. Potentially. Market opens in 40 minutes. Could be good. Could be good. I mean, what are you guys thinking here? Talk to me. That's mitigated. That's mitigated. That's okay. Maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope. Maybe today's number's coming good. For interest rate cuts, that is. If strong economy is going to be bearish for the markets because everyone wants these rate cuts. And if all these numbers are coming into strong economy, they're not going to cut the rates. Or I have a hard time seeing them cut the rates, I should say. Yeah, I don't know. Minute. 30-minute, 24. Hourly's iffy. Solana hourly looking like it could roll. 30-minute looking like it could roll. So the market structure is different, right? Because we came into that supply that was broken. This can just roll right out. We can play, you know, red dot, green dot, and pop up, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced one way or another just yet. But I don't know. I could see a pump into a dump here. But then again, like I said the other day, like we were in a bounce zone, right, on ETH. We're in a bounce zone here. You drop up in time frame, and this is also the bounce zone. But we need to take this high. This guy. And we did not do that. Well, the sentiment I'm getting is bullish. Everyone thinks that we're going to get the rate cuts for a big old pump. So, like, yeah, I'll dump into a pump potentially for the interest rate cuts, but if we don't get those cuts, it's not good. Right? And what the heck's going on with these China tariffs? Like, they're still not, are they still not ironed out? Or maybe they are. Maybe I just don't know. Talk to me. What are we doing here, Cardano? What are we doing? ETH, what are you doing? You're playing your game. Bitcoin, what are we doing? You're playing the game. Okay. Excuse me. Nice bounce. Like, let me look up the rate cut thing here. Hold on. All right, so they're saying, yeah, there's a 94% chance they're going to cut the rates. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me to cut the rates right now. I know they need to. I know the U.S. needs to refinance all their debt, and you know, interest rate cuts, as we're talking billions, trillions of dollars, it'll save them. But move you over, pop you out, Yeah, I don't know. I might like to get short here. I don't know. Excuse me. Decisions. Ooh, what a squeaky chair that is. Looks like golden pocket to me, yeah. I gotta shave today. Getting out of control. Maybe. Why is my line so thick here? That's why. Oh my goodness. All right. My kid slept good last night, but she was up at 5:30. And I didn't go to bed till midnight, so it's not great. What's the PMI looking to come in at though? What's the consensus here? They're forecasting higher. See something here. Yeah, so anything over 50 is still signifying growth in the economy, which is not what we want. Well, for interest rate cuts, it's just not what we want. Unless I'm looking at this totally wrong, I don't get it. Yeah, like unemployment fell and it marked its weakest reading since March of 2025. Strong economy. Price paid components rose the highest rate since October 22. Largely driven, obviously, by the impacts of the tariffs. I don't know. I do not know. So if you know, you tell me, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, everything's looking like it wants to roll. Yeah, I mean, we could be putting this bullish divergence right here, right? Boom, boom, green dot, let's go. Could absolutely be doing that. Could absolutely be doing that. I just don't know. What do you know, Brian? I know nothing. I know nothing. Just know these higher time frames still look like dog shit. And it's the flip of a coin for these lower time frames that just poof, change sentiment. Right, like the 12 hour, we came down, we came into this order block. We have an order block right there. Yeah, we mitigated that one. This is not an order block here. It's mitigated on this one. The daily, nothing. The 2-day, yep. Yeah, remember there's something down there. ETH. I mean, no, this is a long zone, but if we don't break this high, I mean, this was a long zone down here. This was a long zone. This is a short zone. I'm not saying it's a swing short zone with everything going on right now, but it's definitely more of a short zone than a long zone. You keep going down. Yeah, we came up, we came down, we did mitigate some stuff. So technically, we could be looking for longs. But I would prefer to break and then retest. What were you saying? You said the 786 in the daily. I mean, it looks good, right? In that sense, it looks good. We got to break the high, right? Divergences don't mean shit on a time frame unless you take the high. Right? Because right, we're in the short zone on the 4 hour, right? You go down to the hourly. We didn't break anything, but we're still in the short zone. The 30-minute broke bullish, but didn't take the high on the hourly. Drop down to the 15-minute, and we get a bearish break. Now, is this a bearish break for, just grab more liquidity? It could be, for sure. It absolutely could be. But this is not my long zone. Yeah, it's just not the long zone. I don't know about smart, but he's here. Yeah, it's tough, man, especially when you're using the oscillators and shit and the RSI. Like these divergences, they're very handy. But we need to. I've learned to play the structure over anything else, because it can change in a flip of a coin, right? Just because we got bullish divergence on the 4, money flow coming over to the green, which is great. Daily 786 sweep, green dot, like this can just continue to roll out, right? This can just come right over. And then before you know it, this 4 hour is just going to dump, right? There's no reason That this can't just do this. And even if we continue with the bullish divergence, I mean, this can still come down. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just saying it could. Minute green dot in ETH. That looks good. Right? I mean, yes, this is a bounce zone, but still, like it just, we need to take the highs. Right? Did we break bullish here just to come grab this? Right? Which is possible. What's up, HR? Yeah, so what you're saying is valid. I'm just not sure if it's time yet. Like after yesterday up here, I knew we were, whether we went up or down, whatever it was, I knew it was going to be a decent move, and this is a really good move. Even if you take it from the break, right? Almost 2.5%. That's a good move. Look at the divergence. Money flow starting to come out. I mean, I've been a little late. What's the 5 looking like? Could look better. But you get up to the hourly, and it's like, oh, we have bearish divergence. Money flow's coming up. Oh, wait, it's maybe starting to come out. And if we don't take the high, we're going to come back down. And that's exactly what happened. The question is the move over? Or are we moving back up? Yeah, don't mistake these higher time frame, swings per se with these scalps. Like say I do get short here. I'm taking profits at this low 100%, and then I'm looking at this 2-day order block, and I'll probably be fully out right by that point. Unless something just starts screaming at me like, yeah, we're definitely not done. But if I'm not saying definitely to myself, I'm taking my money because I'm anticipating, right, a potential bounce. And then I'll be looking for longs. Be looking for a retrace, liquidity grab Model 1, whether it's Model 2, it doesn't matter. But it's screaming it can go either way. So I got to play the structure on these lower time frames. Right? I'm not gonna long. Let's go to ETH. ETH looks cleaner. Let me get rid of you. Like I would long this. I would long these for up here, right? Depending on where you got in. I would long this, absolutely, but we're bearish. We broke bearish to get here, so now it's kind of, well, did we break bearish? Because this is a, what was it, an hourly? Yeah, it's an hourly order block, right? At the extreme of a higher time frame bearish market structure. So you got to keep that in mind, that the lower time frames are still not bullish. So yes, in order for the higher time frames to break, the lower time frames have to break. But if this is a break and we do come up from here, this is a really good bounce zone. But is it just a bounce zone to kind of come up to grab more liquidity and then continue its target down? And until we break on the 1 hour or the 4 hour or whatever bullishly, I have to look down, right? Even if that daily is saying potentially up, and the 4 hour divergence is saying potentially up, like we need to break the structure. Otherwise, at this zone, I can't not look for shorts, right? Because say let's just say this, right? Let's say we're here. Say you do this. I don't fucking know. Cover to high. You target the low. It's a 7 to 1, right? Even if it was a 5 to 1, whatever. But I'm just not even breaking it down low time frames. I'm just taking the order block at the extreme of the range. And the theory is if we don't take the high, we're rotating back down. Now, whether we're going to take the low or not, it's a different story. You can assess that as it comes. But right now, we made a lower high, little hiccup, potentially lower high coming, you know. So you take this, even if you're right, it's a 7 to 1, right? If you're right 20% of the time, you're still making money, right? So that's where my brain goes. That's how I'm thinking. Yeah, see green dot, red dot. See what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look convincing. And what I've learned is if it's not convincing, it's most likely going to range or continue. Right? If this 12-hour wasn't looking like this, and let's just say maybe we are here, right? And then maybe we can roll. And we can still roll now. That's not what I'm saying. We can still bounce, I should say. But like, I mean, granted, this is nice liquidity here. And like I said, it may be time, it may not. I don't know if I'm necessarily convinced. If we took this high, I'd be a happier boy. Even if we SFP'd this high, I'd be happier with this divergence. Right, even if we SFP'd it just a little bit, and then came down with this divergence here, and then we had like a 5-minute flip in this area, I would be so much more convinced. And I would take that long. Ooh. Juicy stuff, huh? Boring stuff. Are they done power washing my fucking deck? It didn't take them long at all. Yeah, we'll see. But this is definitely the bounce zone, so you're definitely right. You're not wrong. You know, and if we come up, like I said, I'm looking for shorts up here. And then if we, especially once these numbers come out of 10, guys, if we shoot down, let's go to ETH. If we shoot down fast, just seeing if there's any order blocks or anything down there that we haven't touched yet. Not really. We got a 5-minute on the 786, right? This could be a good long area. Maybe. Potentially even target, I mean, this high, yeah, you got to shave a little off. We got a nice little order block up here. What are we looking at here? Maybe. this 15-minute does look juicy though, right? It's still well within its rights to absolutely continue. Have that bounce. I wouldn't hate it. I would not hate it. We got a 2-minute flip yet? No. I mean, we get a 2-minute flip, guys. That'd be the play right now. Now you're looking for longs. 2-minute flipped already. What about the 3? See what I'm saying with the fake out? And then he came down, grabbed liquidity. I'm gonna keep going up in time frame until we don't have that, and that's the 5. So we got to break this high for me. Enter here, and then I'm targeting up here because we've already mitigated these, right? These have all been grabbed. So if we're going to take this high and then take this high and this high and this high, like, we should be coming up for this liquidity that's left over. This is not touched yet. I don't know if we're coming up though. I don't know. But if we do come up, I'm looking for shorts there, and if we do come down, I'm going to be looking for longs if we take this low. Definitely at this 2-day order block in here if I can get like a 5-minute flip or some shit. Even if we take the low, I don't care. Oh, I got seltzer today. Wife went shopping last night. Hell yeah. Strawberry Sunset. Not too bad. Not too bad. Anybody else's kids love seltzer water? My freaking 1.5-year-old just chugs seltzer. It's probably because I chug seltzer, but still. It's kind of funny. My mustache is going into my nose. It's itchy. Bitcoin, what you looking like? Boy. Yeah, see, like we have this zone up here that we can come and grab some stuff. I mean, oh, that's juicy right here. Look at this guy. Maybe SFP this too, but this looks juicy, right? Hold 30-minute structure. Oh, we're going higher. Boom. Right? And it would just make sense structure-wise. I would assume this pump would happen fast, right? And it'd get everyone thinking bullish, bullish, bullish for a dump. And the same thing for the upside, right? We haven't grabbed this fucking order block. So we rip down, boom, boom. Let me go to the 4-hour. You'll see where I pulled. Low to high. Low to high. That's it. Simple. Let's go to the 6. There's the structure I want. Right? I mean, so far, yeah, we came up. We broke bullish. But we came into the 786 order block, 6-hour order block. What's the 10-hour looking like? 10-hour order block. Like, were we just coming up to grab some more money? Daily order block. You know what I mean, guys? You see what I'm saying? You see what, even though things look bullish, like, we still have some shit that looks bearish. We're all over the place. I don't know what to tell you. HR, what are you thinking, bro? Talk to me. Are you still here? What's your predictions here? Alexa, set a reminder for 1:45 p.m. to go get swings.
Okay, I'll create a reminder at 1:45 p.m.
Perfect. I forgot what I was supposed to go get for a second. I went yesterday, got her a little playhouse. Today we're going to get swings. Nothing crazy, little stuff. Facebook Marketplace, beautiful place. Because she's 1.5, right? So I don't want to get the big stuff now because she can't really use it. So we got the little stuff for cheap. And next year, when she's really full bore, we'll see what she's all about, and we'll binge then. Who else is in here? Just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Am I talking to myself again? I do this all day, every day. I'll leave that there for y'all. I'll leave that there. And then we were looking at what for a potential short. This little 2 minute, 3 minute. But there was something on these 15 maybe? This internal here. Alright. Fluff is still here. That's all that matters. That's all I need. Just need one of his. Yeah, here it is. The 30 minute. Okay. But it doesn't have to touch this order block by any stretch. What? Jesus Christ. We're losing it. I get rid of this. I'm starting to type it all in here because I keep forgetting what I'm looking at. I'm looking at so many different time frames. That's a 30 minute. That would make sense. But then you drop down to the 15, you get the whole internal supply here. So, doesn't have to touch the order block. Doesn't have to by any stretch. Well, I'll be looking here for shorts. Right where they overlap. Would be sweet. And I'd probably cover the high of that order block, because if it's going to hold it so close to the top, this holds the liquidity, I would expect something like this. But I would honestly, truthfully, want this, because on the hourly, this is the low, right? Remember, we're at the extreme, so if we come up here, we don't take this high, we don't take this high, we're going to rotate back down potentially. Oh, baby, baby. Oh. Woo. I feel like shit. This retest would be fucking sweet too. Cardano right here. And we have an order block down here. I'd probably actually front run that low. This is an 886. I wonder if I could cheat this a little bit. Yeah, I would do this. I give away too much sauce on this stuff. Get rid of that. What are you thinking, Pluff? You with me now? You think I'm crazy, or you think there's a chance? Be honest. Take your vitamins. Minute. What are we looking at here? See, look, see what I'm saying? This is just playing games, man. It's playing games. Yeah, 2 hour green dot one way. Excuse me, 3 hour, 4 hour. Just doesn't. I don't know. Oh, shut the fuck up. I know you fuckers are all betting against me. It's actually a good TA. I do that with some people. They're going long. I'm going short. Oh, they're going long. I'm gonna go short. It's a thing. It's a real thing. You know whose macro looks I like? Yeah, there it goes. Market just opened. I like Frankie Candle's macro look. I think he used the oscillator very well. Jason Casper, and then love me some Brewberry. Love me some Brewberry. You guys haven't checked them out. I definitely would. Kyle too. Kyle Chismore, but I figure everyone in here already knows who he is. Look, that's Kyle Chismore on YouTube. I would check him out too. Because I know I have a bunch of people in here watching. Market open. That's it. That's all I need, Wags. That's all I need. Feel safe when you're here. Market open, playing games, per usual. Hell yeah. It's high tide. Anybody wondering? More better. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Whatever it is we're doing, let me get in. Let me get a piece of the pie. I'll go with the 5. Yeah. the liquidity sweep. Everybody high leverage, too close stop losses. Grabbed them both. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Just want to check to see if they're done. Now I'm back. They are done. I agree, Wags, 100%. You know what would be crazy, actually? Let's see what she's on. There's hope. Go out to the daily. This whole thing is internal. Big ass move. What if the objective is still to come down to grab some of this? What if it still wants this? People will be shitting their pants, right? This would be a fucking crazy long. Right? Because you see this stuff on different time frames, we come back. Lower time frames, we always come back. Not always, but for the most part, we come back. That'd be crazy. I mean, in theory, right? If you got short here off of this 786 SFP, you covered the high, target in the low. Whether it's this guy, or this guy, I would cover this guy. But that's right. Lower time frames. That's the theory too. That'd be insane. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all I got. Like, this is it's so easy to go over this stuff. I don't know how people make it last 1 to 2 hours. Those are my zones. Almost in the ETH long zone here. But then again, be careful because these higher time frames are still bearish, right? We just touched it. We pushed through. And just because we get turbulence here doesn't mean we're going all-time highs. Just don't lose sight of that. An order block. No, okay. See, what a bounce. What a bounce. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm hopping off. I'm gonna go make breakfast. Actually, when I say make breakfast, I'm gonna go have a piece of toast. And we'll see how these things play out. But I'm still indifferent. So we'll let me know in the Discord whether I'm right or wrong. Let me hear the chatter. Call me stupid, call me smart. I don't care. Let me just see you in there. Love you guys. Thanks for joining.